How's that new station monitor?
It's you talking to me, the test set? Yeah. Hold on, someone out there was just saying, is that you, Radio Man? Talking with Greg down in Portland. Yeah, it's going good. I haven't, truthfully, the last week I haven't used it as much, but that'll probably change here in a few days.
Why, you getting laid off?
No, I just been busy doing other things and I didn't need it for what I was doing.
Well, planting corn doesn't need a station monitor.
Who was out there asking, is that you, Radio Man? Hey, Moose, how you doing? Yeah, I was talking with Greg down in Portland. Holy moly, stacking wood. Yeah, I guess I need to do that, huh?
And I don't believe it. He don't believe anything. Nope. I can't believe anything in this world, I'll tell you what. You gotta get a better bullshit detector to be able to separate it. I don't even know if anything is to be separated. I think it's all bullshit. All of it, I tell ya. Good evening. Good evening, good evening. Here's a little toasty one out this afternoon. I stepped out to get some mail, and it was so frickin' muggy, I felt like I had to swim to the mailbox. The floor inside my office today was like an ice skating rink. It was so humid that it was just fucking, yeah, the floor was wet and grimy, and yeah. Not absolutely amazing, that's for sure. Yeah, 500's up on 37. That's sounded like an Echo Max. I don't know. It sounded like it was on Sideband and Echo Max, but it might not have been. That sounded like a Decepticon. Oh, we hear you with that echo out there in the audio. Hello. You can't hear this thing way down in there? Well, I guess not. Where'd you go? I don't know, the guy down in there with the Echo Max. Yes, who's that down out there? Good morning, Mr. Bone Crusher. I thought it sounded like you. You're definitely down in there, but we can hear you, so that is a good start, my friend. Way up there, and oh fuck, it's not even North Livermore or North J anymore. It's East Bumfuck Mashu. What's going on, Mr. 775? Good evening, good evening. Man, I'm getting all confused now. Now that is not all good. Yeah, I can hear it too.
How do you copy, Screwdriver? You got a good copy on me?
I don't know. You're kind of down in there.
Oh no.
Yeah. Don't know what you're running, but no, it sounds perfect.
I'm just on the normal setup tonight. Alright, well, hey, it's about time to get started. Is everyone all set before I get started?
Set up, so wasn't going to do anything too crazy. It's too hot to do anything too crazy.
Copy that. Yeah, everyone all set if I get started?
Roll her out. Let her rip. Go for it.
Okay, well, everyone, welcome to Maine Sidebanders. We meet every Thursday at 8 o'clock. No membership required. We just have a signal that we can hear. We'll call you in by county. The exception of state of New Hampshire, we'll just call them by the state. And, we caution anyone showing up. Sometimes that Maine Sidebanders has been known to cause intestinal disturbances and bouts of discomfort. So, and if you have sensitive ears and if you don't like the occasional bit of toilet humor, we're probably not for you. So anyways, we call everyone in by county, so know what county you're in. And relays are good. And don't panic if you get missed. I do a last call at the end for anyone that got missed. So anyways, let's see. I don't remember what we did last week, but I guess we're going to start. Oh, I wasn't around last week. Yes, last week was my wife and I's 15-year wedding anniversary. So I decided if I wanted to keep doing Maine Sidebanders that it was best that I sit that one out. So anyways, let's get started. How about, let's start with Somerset County. How about Somerset County for Maine Sidebanders? Come on, Moose. I know you're in there, Moose. I heard Plymouth, Maine. Who would that be in Plymouth? Try it one more time, station in Plymouth. Anyone get that station in Plymouth? I heard 4 something in Plymouth. I'm not sure if it's Wrenchman or who that is.
Yeah, that was Frenchman, Plymouth, Maine.
Oh, wait, okay, so I wasn't even right on Plymouth. What? Could I get a relay on that? I'm sorry, I wasn't ready. Who was that?
I thought he said Frenchman in Plymouth. Who was that in Plymouth one more time?
I'm pretty sure it's Wrenchman, because Wrenchman is in Plymouth.
Are you guys copying that? 840? Yeah, I heard him key up, but then I heard somebody else, and it was rough. So 840, yes.
Can someone just confirm, is 840 the same thing as Wrenchman? I always know him as Wrenchman, so I wasn't familiar with 840. Is 840 and Wrenchman the same thing?
Yes.
Thank you, Cobra. Appreciate it. All right, another call for Somerset County. Somerset County for Maine Sidebanders. All right, well, I'm going to put Moose down. Moose was in here a minute ago. I don't know what happened to him, but I'm going to put him down on the log. All right, let's move on. Let's call in. How about Kennebec County? What about Kennebec County?
Yeah, you got the Birdman over here in Augusta.
Hey, Birdman. Good copy on you over there in Augusta. Hearing you good as always. Anyone else for Kennebec County? Oh my God. I know that Sparkplug in South Gardner. Sparkplug, I don't know if you know, but you have some weird audio situations going on with your radio there. Okay, all right. Well, you haven't hit the sweet spot yet. I heard you say it's warming up. You got to set a timer to start that thing an hour before. All right, very good, Sparkplug. We got you. I'm sure once it warms up, your signal's pretty good. So, who else we got for Kennebec County for Maine Sidebanders? All right, we're not hearing anyone else. What about Waldo and Knox County? How about Waldo and Knox County? We'll loop those two together. I don't think I usually don't get anyone regularly, but Waldo and Knox County. All right, what about Lincoln County? How about Lincoln County?
Got Dick Hertz.
Okay, we got Dick Hertz in Lincoln County. All right, very good. On the Dick Hertz, how's Dick Hertz doing?
Good, definitely doing good. How about you, Radio Man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. No complaints here. Things are going pretty good. Anyone else in Lincoln County? Lincoln County for Maine Sidebanders.
Your power dropped off to nothing, Radio Man.
Fix it. I'm still putting out the same thing. The only thing differently is I moved my beam over to the east a little bit for Lincoln County.
That's why. Sorry.
Yeah, what about 775? How about you, 775? You in there?
Hancock County, Matt over here. 775, yes. You're booming in whatever you did with your beam. You're coming in a whole lot better.
Yeah, what county again are you in there, Matt? Tell me the county again so I can memorize it.
Hancock County.
Okay, copy that. 775 Matt in Hancock County. Just to get you in the... So, alright, so we'll have to add that. We're getting farther up the coast. Hancock County, all we need is Washington County, and we can say we got the whole coast of Maine covered here, right from New Gloucester. That's pretty good. Alright. Hey, just for shits and giggles, Matt, put out a call for any stations like Washington County, Penobscot County, Waldo County, just for the hell of it. Put out a call, a relay, see if you get anyone to answer you.
All right, I will. Waldo County is right across the river from me, so that's easy. Waldo County, Washington County, this is 775. We are running a net on this station tonight, and we're looking for check-ins. For anybody that would like to check into this net.
0775, you got Mr. Paranoid 269er over here in Waldoboro.
Mr. Paranoid, we'll log Mr. Paranoid in to copy that. He's over in Waldoboro.
We got Paranoid direct. Anyone else?
Is there anybody else who would like to check into the CB net tonight on this frequency? I think they have 283.
283, Somerset County, Palmyra, Maine.
283, Somerset County, Palmyra, Maine. Great copy on you. You're doing good. Talked to you earlier. Sounding really good.
I got Starduster direct on the roll call. Thank you very much there, Matt, for doing that, just to kind of extend the reach of our footprint a little bit to do the relay. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. Anytime. That was a lot of fun.
All right, back to the Omni. Just to do a quick rundown there so everyone following along here at home. We got 775 Matt in Castine. He did a relay for me. He's up in Hancock County, so that kind of extends our footprint a little bit. So I had him do a relay. And we got Paranoid in Waldoboro, and we got Starduster in Palmyra. All right, let's move on to Saginaw County. How about Saginaw County for Maine Sidebanders?
Clearwater, Thompson.
Clearwater and Topsom. Clearwater, were you hearing Matt at all?
Yeah, very low, yep.
Okay, copy that. Anyone else, excuse me, anyone else in Saginaw County?
You got Ron checking in on Bowden.
Welcome, Runt. Welcome. Anyone else? Runt and Bowden. How about anyone else for Saginaw County? Not hearing anyone else. Let's move on to Androscoggin County. Androscoggin County.
Space Rider in Auburn, sweating my titties.
Okay, copy that. Space Rider, and for those you didn't hear, in Auburn, he says he's sweating his titties off right now. So I guess he's doing well. I'm down in the basement, so it's not bad down here. Who else we got in Androscoggin County?
The Swiper in Auburn.
Hello, Swiper in Auburn. Haven't heard much from you lately, even on the old interwebs. Hope you're doing all right.
No, I'm good.
All right, just checking. Androscoggin County. Another call for Androscoggin County.
Dual swing nut in Auburn.
Okay, we got Wingnut in Auburn, and we got 207 in Minot. Go ahead again, 207. I heard the both of you, but Wingnut won out on the signal. But go ahead again, 207. Just say hello to everybody.
Yeah, just sitting over here in Maine, watching the rain fall.
Copy that. I think the rain went around us. So, but good copy on you, 207. Have you done anything different, or is it just conditions tonight? You seem a little stronger than usual.
I'm running the same setup.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I usually always hear you just fine. Seems like you're slightly stronger. But anyways, another call for Androscoggin County.
Ginger Swipe checking in.
Okay, we got Ginger Swipe. Well, good evening. Ginger Swipe bringing us up to number 15 on the roll call. Another call for Androscoggin County.
Cobra Wales.
Aha, there he is, Cobra. Cobra in Wales. What else? Let's do another one. Androscoggin County. We got anyone else?
Radio Man.
Okay, someone's calling for Radio Man. Go ahead. No, I haven't done Oxford County. I'm coming up to Oxford County once I wrap up Androscoggin. Not a problem. Another call? Anyone else for Androscoggin County before I move on to Oxford? I think we got them all. Let's do Franklin in Oxford County. We're coming down to the tail end of it here, so just bear with us. How about Franklin in Oxford County? Okay, Pipeline, Milford Township. Why isn't that coming up? Oh, I see why. I was spelling it wrong. Pipeline, Milford Township over there on the edge of Rumford. We got you. Anyone else for Oxford or Franklin County? Oxford or Franklin County? Okay, we got a better copy on you tonight, 774. At least I think I'm hearing you a little better than I normally do.
No problem. Radio was turned down last time. I had to turn the power up.
Okay, copy that and turning the power up a little bit. Very good. Who else for Oxford or Franklin County? Oxford or Franklin County?
Bone Crusher's trying.
Thank you, Cobra. I didn't quite get Bone Crusher, but I'll have him try it again and listen. How about that Bone Crusher? Bone Crusher, go ahead.
Hey, Bone Crusher, you got a copy? Bone Crusher, radio.
I'm not getting anything, Cobra.
I think he just keyed up again just before you did there, Radio Man.
I don't think Bone Crusher gets out.
Yeah, he's gonna have to buy some power there. All right, we're gonna move on here. Oxford or Franklin County? Oxford or Franklin County? Come on, fix it.
I was just politely waiting my turn. I couldn't hear Bone Crusher at all.
All right, we got Fix It in Oxford. Who was that who was under Fix It? Was there someone else in Oxford or Franklin County who'd like to get in?
513 in Oxford.
Okay, 513 in Oxford. Okay, yeah, I remember you. Yeah. All right, you're over in Sumner, right?
You got it.
Okay, very good. Thanks for coming back. That's 513 in Sumner. Another call for Oxford or Franklin County.
Bone Crusher was fine again. Hey, Bone Crusher, you got a copy?
I got a feeling he's trying to listen on somebody's live with like a 30-second delay, and he's trying to come back to the delay.
Are you shitting me? Come on.
I tried getting to him earlier, a couple minutes before we started, and I'm pretty sure that's what's going on.
I was thinking he was talking into a dummy load.
I'm speaking for Swiper, but I'm going to say that's gay.
That's right.
Oh, we got an amendment for after we got to talk about, so let's get through check-ins here.
All right. Oxford or Franklin County excluding Bone Crusher? Oxford or Franklin County excluding Bone Crusher? I didn't get anybody, so I'm going to move on to Cumberland County. How about Cumberland County?
I'm going to see if you can hear me. Screwdriver, check it in.
Okay, we got Screwdriver checking in, bringing us up to number 23. Anyone else for Cumberland County?
Yeah, you got Maniac over here. I've got an announcement to make when we're done.
Okay, Maniac, we'll pencil you in. We'll give you the floor here for an announcement. We're just about done here with roll call. Who else? I only got Maniac on that last go-around, so who's next?
24.
Okay. That would be Portland, Greg, for those of you who are not aware who 24 is. Okay, Greg in Portland. Who else we got for Cumberland County?
4107, Cape Elizabeth.
Okay, I got 4107, which is high pressure in Cape Elizabeth. Okay, who else we got for Cumberland County?
Triple Cross, Brunswick, Maine.
Okay, we got you, Triple Cross, Brunswick, Maine. Bringing us up to 27 here. Who else we got for Cumberland County? Cumberland County, Maine Sidebanders. All right, not getting anyone else. How about York County? York County, Maine Sidebanders. All right, not hearing anyone. Let's do state of New Hampshire. Anyone over there in the state of New Hampshire would like to get in on Maine Sidebanders? Not hearing else, I have a favor to ask. Cobra, would you mind putting a call out for any stragglers, Cobra, since you probably got the widest reach? You mind putting a call out for any stragglers, and I'll listen along?
Anybody Maine or New Hampshire would still like to check in on Maine Sidebanders tonight, please come forward.
That's Cobra getting it done.
Not that I can hear. I couldn't hear anything either.
Yeah, I guess we're going to say that if Cobra didn't get anyone to answer him, then we've effectively gotten anyone on the channel. If not, you're going to have to keep trying. Maniac, go ahead. Maniac had an announcement he wanted to make, so go ahead, Maniac. We'll listen here.
For those of you that want to know or don't want to know, if they talk to Tasman on a regular and haven't heard him, I'd just like to let everybody know that he is in the hospital. He was in a dirt bike accident last Tuesday. He's got a broken leg and he broke his neck.
Aw, man.
He's doing really well. He's coming around pretty fast. He had surgery last week, spent the week at Maine Med. They moved him to Brighton Rehab on Brighton Avenue, the old Brighton Hospital. They moved him there on Tuesday, and they're talking about letting him out next Wednesday. So if anybody's curious as about the whereabouts of Tasman or have not heard from him, that is where he's at.
Thank you very much. I was kind of wondering. Wow, that sucks. Tell him we're all thinking about him for sure.
He's listening live from the hospital right now. As we speak, he's listening, so I think he did check in via Facebook or whatever, so yeah, he's listening, and we can check him in too.
Taz, man, if you're listening, hope you get better soon. Let that be a lesson to all you old farts. Don't get on a dirt bike and whip it through the woods.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'll just repeat it in case not everyone heard Maniac, but Taz is listening. I did check. He did say hello over there. When I'm doing the roll call, it's hard for me to follow around. But yeah, Taz, we're sorry to hear about that, and hope you get a speedy recovery. And I don't know if you need anything. You got. I think you got a lot of people's phone numbers on here, and I know you could probably reach out through Maniac too. So if those of you didn't hear, the shortened version was that Taz was in a dirt bike accident, and sounds like he got a broken leg and a broken neck, but he is he's recovering and doing well, but had a pretty serious accident. So sounds like he's going to need some time to heal up. So hopefully I kind of condensed that down just in case anyone missed it.
No, you did a good job. I hope you get well soon. If you need anything, don't be afraid to reach out.
Get well, Tasman.
Yeah, that sucks. Taz is about the same age as my friend, and he got in a bad wreck last year? Up at MX 207, and he had to take a helicopter ride. His wreck was that good, bad, however you want to categorize it. So, same thing like Swiper said. He's like, yeah, I'm not as young as I used to be.
It takes a long time to heal when you're older.
He's doing pretty good. He's coming right around. No, he's at Brighton doing physical therapy and occupational stuff. So they're prepping him to come home now, and he should be home within the week. Hopefully, he'll make it to next week's Sidebanders.
Hey, hope you get better, Taz. Hang in there.
I hear you, Spacey. I'm sure he did too.
Brighton.
10-4, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure if he's still listening to my feed, he's probably hearing everyone that's giving him well wishes. Because if I'm hearing it, then he's hearing it if he's listening still.
He ain't got anything better to do. I'm sure he's listening.
Is that Brighton or Bridgeton?
Brighton, down in Portland.
Oh,
Say what?
10-4, okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Screwdriver, you had something you wanted to do, an amendment, I think you said?
Well, now it just fails in comparison, though.
Oh, well, hold it for later after the mood has changed.
Yeah, you better hope so. Make sure we get through all of our check-ins first and everything.
I mean, I think we got everybody. Cobra did the big relay up on the hill there, so if anything, we can always take stragglers. But I think we're safe to say we've completed roll call.
Yeah, speaking of Cobra, is quite a signal he's giving me tonight. Did you do something different over there? You got your ducks in a row or what? What's going on over there, Cobra?
Nope, same duck, same row.
Jesus, you're giving me a lot of pounds over here. Got some storms up north, which is probably reflecting his signal. It'd be double.
Yes, let's go with that. And I did copy the Palmyra, and I did copy somebody else in there mixed with them. Yeah, Cobra, what's your elevation up there? Any idea? Yeah, it's only around like 500 feet. It's not super, it's not amazing high. It's just the highest thing around. Who's that CQ in there? Go ahead. Copy that. I think you said 300 by Lake something, New Hampshire. It was a little rough in there, but I'm out here in a little town called Wales near, like outside of Lewiston, Auburn area. Copy that. The western part of the state. Yeah, about 2 lights over here. A little bit of lightning noise keeps kind of affecting you a little bit every other word, but for the most part, if it's not for that, I got you all right. Copy that. Say that town you're in one more time. Oh, copy that. Yeah, Springfield, New Hampshire. Yep. I got a good copy on you. But anyway, thanks for jumping in.
Can't even hear him.
How about that 300 Springfield, New Hampshire? 300 Springfield, New Hampshire. You copy radio, man?
Yeah, he was actually still talking radio, man.
Oh, man, his signal petered out. I was hearing him.
Hey, 300 there. I got a couple others there that are going to try to holler back to you. Radio man's going to try to holler back to you.
How about that 300 Springfield, New Hampshire? You copy radio, man, in New Gloucester, Maine? Okay, copy that. I'm not exactly sure where Springfield is, but I got my antenna pointed due west. I was hearing you on the Omni, but I went over to the quad just to get a little bit more signal on you.
513 on this end. We got so much static left over from that thunderstorm. I think I'm going to get off of here. Real hard to hear anybody, like enough to understand. So everybody have a good night, and we hope for better conditions next time. Be 513 up here. Say good evening.
All right, 513, 73s, and God bless. Have a great night. You got Maniac. You got Radio Man's next door neighbor over here. No doubt about it. Have a good night.
But 513, have a good one. It's always good hearing you out here, especially now that I actually remember who you are. But have a good.
Roger, Roger. Good evening.
Just wanted to relay too that Taz did respond and said thanks for all the well wishes. He did hear everything. He wrote back.
Sweet.
Like I said, he ain't got nothing better to do, so I'm sure he's gonna listen as long as he can.
Yeah, tell they yell at him to turn it off because of profanity.
Hopefully he's wearing headphones. Hey, just real quick, that Springfield, New Hampshire, if you were to get in the car from here and drive there, that's just a hair under 3 hours.
Well, it's a pretty damn good trip.
Hello, audio, hello.
Hello.
Hello, come in.
Be 295 in state of Maine, checking in. Hello.
Frequency 265, Mr. Paranoid 269er.
What's going on, Mr. 295? Good evening, good evening.
Good evening to you, folks. That was sounding good down in Sopo.
Well, damn, we get lucky every once in a while.
Yeah, I don't think you ever have them getting down this way, though, Tim Boy.
Roger, Roger, Matt.
Yeah, it's a pretty straight shot for me.
Bro, let these guys talk down southern Maine. Nice to you out there, Matt.
Got me a new microphone for my QT60, Tim Boy.
Roger. You got a fan or an air conditioner going in the background right now?
I have a power supply that's got a fan in it. That's probably what you have.
Yeah, it's just got a weird particular, almost like a hum noise to it, but it sounds like it's coming in as background noise more than it's coming in like through the mic or anything.
How's that? Did that help it out any?
Nah, not really. I mean, you sound good over it, so it's not a huge deal, but it's just something that's in there. But I mean, you're definitely loud.
Hey, Tim, well, yeah, pick me up a M2 microphone.
10-4. Never actually run one of them myself. I've never had one here for more than a day, and I kind of want to, but yet I got enough fucking mics. I guess it don't matter, but they seem to be a hit or miss for people. But I always like the way they sound when they're working right.
I like the way they sound, but I don't like using it.
No? What didn't you like about using it? Just the way it's on the desk or what?
It's not a lollipop.
It's not a D104. You're not wrong.
But I can hear you out there, and it does sound good. You're giving me zero signal, but I hear you. No problem. Hey, damn boy, bud, I got you in loud and clear, damn boy. USK. Go ahead, USK.
Can you about it 295? You're going to come here on 621?
I hear 621. You got 119 in Auburn, Maine.
Let's see.
Mr. Paranoid here, 621 over here on the mid coast.
Hello.
No, yes, we ain't making a trip. All right. You are seeing on the side. What's that? So if you, okay, it's time for addendum time. We don't care. So if you were dead set against something for a very long, extended period of time, and then you changed your mind and now they're okay, what does that make you?
Makes me a homo.
A liberal.
Oh, liberal, I like it. Holy fuck, you actually knew exactly what I was talking about, Swiper.
I do know.
So the addendum is, if all of a sudden after all this time of somebody really ragging on Crocs, is he supposed to be in a gay pride parade now that he's wearing them?
Yes. I know. My culpa.
What the fuck, Swiper?
Hey, my feet fucking swell. I'm getting old and my feet swell. And hey, you know what? It is what it is. You know, I owe a bunch of apologies. Well, my apologies. Mea culpa.
So are they or are they not the most comfortable things you ever worn on your feet?
No, they are not. They are not. They are the most convenient. They are the most convenient shoes I've ever had.
Yay! Sorry, I had to. That was my only addendum. Sorry, I just had to throw it in there.
So you caught that when you saw me in the golf cart. You caught that.
You know it. If you would have had a rainbow flag on the back of that, you would have been all set for the month.
Yeah, and I told the wife, I says, I think they came on this road because they saw us. Normally, I think they would have taken a right there and gone home. I think they came on this road just because they saw us.
100%. My wife's like, how the fuck did you know that was them? I'm like, I didn't know it was you, but I'm like, I don't know. I just had this feeling. I'm like, yeah, kind of blew through the stop sign, or maybe you stopped and I didn't see you were far enough back, but like, I was just pulling up to the flashing light and I see a fucking golf cart cranking down the side of the road that just came off from a turn. I'm like, I fucking wonder, what's the chances?
For those who are listening, I live in Auburn, and Screwdriver caught me over near his house in New Gloucester. My wife was driving her golf cart.
Andy was wearing Crocs.
I was wearing Crocs. Yeah, you know, to those I've ridiculed in the past, mea culpa.
My wife's like, do they ever get stopped? I'm like, not that I'm aware of. They just fucking drive around and everybody, it's all good, I guess.
I've only been on one occasion. The wife has been on several occasions where cops have questioned her, and they just send her home. Just go home. One time we were on 202, and the next road down from where we were, which is way further down. What the hell is the name of that? I can't think of the name of that road. Way further down. Oh, I think it's almost Gray. And a sheriff, he wasn't even on duty. He was on his way home. He's like, what are you guys doing? We're tooling around the neighborhood. My wife tells him, we're just tooling around the neighborhood. He's like, yeah, take that thing home. Okay, we'll go home. Granted, that's going to take us 45 minutes to get home.
Yeah, you're not tooling around your neighborhood at that point, but you're tooling around the neighborhood. Yeah, you got to put a 102-inch whip on that thing.
We're actually going to put brake lights and a blinker on it, and we're going to register it.
I want to know how that goes, because I kind of want to do it.
I saw him when I was down in Oxford full-size license plate that said low-speed vehicle. I looked it up. You must be able to do 20 miles an hour, and you're not supposed to be able to go over 30. And you have to have blinkers, you have to have brake lights, headlights, and you're supposed to have an odometer. But I think we can slide with that. I'll just use my cell phone for the odometer.
Hell yeah.
But for the most part, when I've been riding around with her and we see cops, we smile and wave at them, and they wave back. I mean, what are they going to do? They got all these motorized bikes going around. You get a battery up in a bike. That's a fucking motorized motor vehicle. They got the gas-powered bicycles now. That's a motorized vehicle.
I mean, could you say your four-wheeler is?
Well, in certain towns, you can ride. Like Old Orchard Beach, if your four-wheeler is registered, you can ride it down there. But that's just certain towns. My four-wheeler can do way over 30 miles an hour, so you can't register it as a low-speed vehicle.
Fuck it, all it's got is low range, right? That's what I'm going with.
Right? I'm old, I'm scared to go over 30.
Is gay. Who is that, Bone Crusher looking for Swiper? I'll 10-5 that, Swiper. Bone Crusher says he loves you more than a friend.
I love you right back.
Yeah, I love it.
But you don't get out.
I don't think he gets out or he doesn't receive, but at least I can somewhat hear him. He's working up to it.
He sounds fine over in Augusta.
Yeah, you are probably like 30 miles closer to him, so probably.
Speaking of people who don't get out and I haven't heard in a while, where the hell's BB been?
Yeah, it's been a few weeks, hasn't it?
Been a while. I'm still waiting for him to, get that big antenna up with all the tower he's got and, start putting all the equipment that he never used in town here. Put it to use.
Exactly. So, Birdman, can you're hearing him good. Can he actually hear you, or is his receive just trash?
Oh, I don't know. Hey, Bone Crusher, you get a copy on the Birdman over in Augusta?
I think he's listening off someone's live.
Oh, yeah, could be.
I was actually wondering, Radio Man, if our neighbor was going to key up tonight. The one down the road from me and between me and the store. I seen him post today, and I had said something, and he said, "Oh, I'll try to check in tonight."
No kidding.
I was thinking about that the other day, about your neighbor. I think I asked you about him last week. I thought it was somebody else was talking and he was down in there. Because I couldn't hear your neighbor when he keyed up before. And I could barely hear that guy, and I thought maybe your neighbor had upped his game, but apparently not.
No, we're waiting for everybody to up their game. It's time to get it on.
How about it, Bone Crusher?
South 10-4. I can hear you too.
What are you getting, a bunch of static up there, Bone Crusher or something? Must have a bunch of static around or something, because it seems like he can only hear some couple people that are really close.
Hey, Bone Crusher, how do you copy me? Sopo. Bone Crusher, how do you copy me?
By the delay, I'm thinking through the live feed.
Time for an amendment.
Another amendment.
Hello.
Howdy.
Screwdriver and Meredith here. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good. What is going on, Mr. Screwdriver?
Yeah, trying to keep out of the rain, but it's pretty tough this year.
Yeah, you ain't friggin' wrong.
Is that what, Meredith, New Hampshire?
2995 Ranger.
Yes, 2995 is working. Yes, Meredith, New Hampshire.
Roger.
That thing's working. I can hear you in Auburn.
Everyone in Auburn, who's this? Who's that up there in Auburn?
Screwdriver. Screwdriver. You got Swiper here.
I got who?
You got Swiper in Auburn.
Oh, Swiper, making a good trip down here to Meredith.
Yeah, I can hear you. Not too many people in New Hampshire I can hear over here. So you're doing something right.
I'm on top of the hill. I got about 100 watts coming at you.
She's a working.
All right, thanks for letting me in. We'll let you guys get back at it.
It's a screwdriver thing. You can always hear us somewhere, somehow.
Sopo, too.
I hear you pretty good over here in Mighty, too. I'm surprised.
Damn, see that screwdriver? You got all kinds of people hearing you.
I thought I heard Lyman and some other place.
Minot and South Portland.
Oh, Jim, we're on the South Portland. God, I haven't talked in there for a while.
Yeah, that's because most of them don't get out.
There must be something in the air. I'm actually hearing Greg in Portland today.
No, that one is 295, not Greg, so he's definitely got more audio than what Greg does.
No, I heard Greg earlier when he signed in. And I also heard the other one that just spoke up.
Oh, Roger. Well, nice quiet night, I guess. The magic of the IMAX.
That's right.
Works good.
I would have to say, Radio Man was out here. I don't remember if anybody else was, but there was this one guy in Skip that I think I talked to for like 45 minutes about antennas the other night. And I know I've talked to him before, but it was amazing the fact that Skip was in there that long, and we just had a big, drawn-out, long, boring conversation about antennas with each other.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that.
Don't be.
Yeah, don't be.
Is that what you're running, two swipers and IMAX?
Yeah, that's right.
IMAX 2000 myself.
About 70 feet in the air, something like that.
And that's to the base, not the tip?
10-4 on the base, yep. Oh yeah, I'm not one of those guys.
There was one in one of the somewhere today I saw. Oh, you measure to the tip. It's like, no. Always measure to the feed point of your antenna.
That's where it's transmitting from.
Exactly. she's up there, that's for sure. It looks a lot taller than everybody else that says theirs is at 70 feet.
Yeah, especially if you try climbing the tower. You get about halfway, you're like, nope, not gonna do it.
If I could ever get the tower from my landlord, I'd be up over 50, so that'd be good.
Fucking let's get her done.
He has to bring it here from his camp. He's just not doing it yet.
Oh, you got a truck? Let's go. It's nothing but a road trip away.
Yeah, but
It's nothing but a road trip away.
Just wanted to add, Jameson's going to try to check in. He's doing a family function. He's going to try later. That was a relay from High Pressure, and we got a station 447, North Carolina. Just saying hello from the internet.
Howdy, howdy.
hello, guys. Did that help me out any?
Still loud. I mean, your signal's right there. I'm not paying attention to it, but you definitely still have that, I don't know, maybe somebody else could tell you if they're hearing a hum. I always seem very particular on hums, and people tell me that I'm an asshole or something.
Oh, no, I was done told that it had a hum in it. Jimbo told me that.
Yeah, but you can't trust his hearing. Come on.
I'm not hearing the hum, but you are giving me signal now.
Well, see, there you go.
I appreciate it, bud. Before you were right there signal-wise with the static level. Now you're actually flickering a light. So, yeah, something changed. Yeah, I have 100 whiskeys of pushing it. I 10-4. Oh, no, evidently I must not be getting out now.
Oh, you're still getting out.
10-4. Do what?
Everybody go to bed already?
Yeah, we're all sleeping.
Holy but Jesus.
Hey, Maniac, I got a question for you.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I got a question for you.
All right, shoot.
When you were using that Midland today, were you using like a rubber duck antenna, or did you have a telescoping antenna?
I had the rubber duck on it. It's all the antenna on it, so it's just that little rubber ducky.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet your signal would have been way more. I was using shit. That friggin' antenna on that thing's like 5 feet long.
Yeah, I've got my 3-channel crystallized Midland in there, like your Lafayette, but we didn't have a chance to use it.
Well, you know, it was kind of weird when I first turned the radio on. I was like, oh, there's not much skip. This ought to be fine. As soon as we started talking, some asshole in Florida just bah, 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 bah. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I had a guy, a customer of ours that's not too far away. He's just on the other side of the flats going out of Gray on Route 100. He was in there for just a minute, but his radio didn't have any modulation to it.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to try it again, I left my radio in the truck. So if you want to try it again tomorrow with the, what channels does the Crystal radio have in it?
I have no idea. I'd have to play with it. It's been so long since I played with it, but I think there's enough batteries in the Midland to take out to put, or in the I think there's enough batteries in the new one to put in the old one.
Yeah, maybe I'll make sure to bring the president if you don't know what channels are in it. Yeah, those of you who don't know, Maniac works in the same town as me, so we were on our lunch break today. We were talking on our CB radio handhelds across the turnpike to each other.
Roughly a half mile apart or so. I saw your video. It's hard to squeeze that talk time in 30 minutes. So you got to get lunch and get it to Maine and eat it in 30 and then get some talk time in there on the radio. It's kind of rough.
Yeah, and I just wondered, did someone hear there was a station real faint? It sounded like they were trying to get in on Maine Sidebanders. Did someone hear who that was?
I heard the guy coming in Sopo, but I couldn't make out who it was.
I can't turn my volume up that loud to hear anybody else. The neighbors are too goddamn loud.
It was Risky Whiskey, Mr. 116 down there. Good evening, good evening.
10-4, 10-4. I'm all the way down to Kennybunk right now. Roger.
Holy but Jesus, Mobile and Kennebunk. Gotta love that.
Risky Whiskey, Risky Whiskey. This is Radio Man. We got you direct on the roll.
Roger that, radio man. I'm even driving, and yes, still making contact. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we got you. Copy that on the mobile check-in. Heading down to Kennebunk.
How you guys all doing tonight? Sorry I'm late here, Ford. I was at band practice and fucking dragged on longer than I thought.
Oh no. Yeah, that thing's doing pretty damn good from down there. That's a hell of a trip.
Hell yeah, I'm on Route 35. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but there's a lot of goddamn trees around there. I'm surprised the trip at all.
Roger. Yeah, it's like I said, that's a good trip from Route 35 to here. I'm never on sideband, but I know I ain't making it that far on AM.
Oh, hell no, not on AM.
From Buxton? Why not?
It's in Kennebunk.
Over 10-4 on the Kennebunk.
I mean, even Hollis. I mean, it's hard to make it from Saco, any place around there. I mean, that's fucking 35 miles away. That's 35 miles in a Mobile is pretty rough. I don't care what anybody out here says. You show me a radio that talks 35 miles easily, and yeah.
What are you talking about? I got a 100-mile motor.
Yeah, exactly. I got 100-mile radio all day long.
Crocs suck.
I just know I got a fairly decent Mobile in my truck, and I know the distance on it, and it's not 100 miles. Unless I'm parked on top of Mount Washington, but normal circumstances, it's not 100 miles.
I wish I had a big radio.
Oh, I would think that any of us would be able to easily talk 35
I don't know, man. I mean, I'll tell you what. I go to work every day down in fucking Saco, fucking Biddeford, whatever. I'm getting off Biddeford exit on 32, and I can tell you, there ain't many people, if any, that I hear past Portland besides Cobra.
Oh, 10-4.
I'll tell you what, though. You know, we talk about 100-mile radios up here, and it's a joke. But I bet you down in the Flatlanders, I bet there's 100-mile radios all day long.
Oh, fuck yeah. I bet you go out west where it's flatter than a son of a bitch, yeah. I bet you could talk because it's just like sight of the eye. Everybody's on that same playing field.
You know, but it isn't, because the curvature of the earth will get you. You can only go so many fucking, unless your antenna is really hot. You know, the curvature of the earth is what, every mile? The curvature is 8 inches. So, you know, I mean, so every, what is it, a foot for every mile and a half. So if you're 50 feet off the ground, you're only going to get, possibly, you're realistically only going to get fucking like 60 miles.
Well, you're mind fucking the shit out of that.
I mean, as you go out further, it gets that math gets a little different, but it's 8 inches per mile. It is the curvature of the earth.
It is definitely 8 inches.
Yeah, I tell my wife it's 8 inches all the time.
That's why she can't fucking back up either.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, and I have, Swiper, I have heard of people out there supposedly making their own ground wave, having 200-mile radios. If you're talking flatland to flatland, horizontal to horizontal with big beams pointed at each other. So I've heard. People dead keying 10,000 watts and swinging, both on horizontal. I've heard people have hit 200 miles. I don't know that 100%, you know. I just know what I've experienced here in Maine, and unless you're on a hill, I call bullshit.
Yeah, the whole... there are too many ways to... I know the 8 inches per mile squared, I know that is in effect, but...
What's he thinking about?
Defeats that. So there must be something that's happening where it's bouncing around and people, you know, you still get a signal. You know, with radar, they have over-the-horizon radar. And that only happens if they're bouncing it off something.
Very, very low frequencies, and I'm talking like 160 meter and below, do actually curve as they go around the earth a little bit. But you ain't getting anything like up above like 80 meters that's going to do that. Not in this band, that's for damn sure.
Well, if you can talk, and I know you can talk 100 miles from a radio, an antenna that's 8 feet off the ground, to another antenna that's, you know, probably 30 feet off the ground, a base antenna. I know it can happen. I've seen it. 100 miles. I've actually heard it. I've done it. But I was, you know, on a good hill in Maine. You know, you have to be on a hill because there's too many hills everywhere. But, so I know it can happen. And the math doesn't work out because 8 inches per mile squared, you know, that's a lot of fucking feet. Because, you know, the first mile is 8 inches, the second mile's 16 times 2.
Yeah, but, you know, if you're at, you know, 600 feet above sea level, the other person's at 600 feet above sea level, and there's not much in between you, now your antennas are, you know, whatever, 600 feet, you know, above sea level. So you're going to take that 600 feet out of that equation.
Yeah, but people have done it with fucking cameras and lasers. So there's something going on that is allowing people to reach each other. So that's my point. I don't know because I don't live down in the flatlands, you know, so I can't prove it, but personally, but I know it happens. I know it happens. Fucking people talk about it all the time. It's happening. So expensive. Don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking knocking that, but it does happen. And, you know, the curvature of the Earth it is in the way, and I'm not talking about skip, but I think the signal is bouncing around enough so you still get it.
I know whether it's a 50-foot long boom, 8-element beam, stacked horizontal 5s over here. I can't tell you I've ever hit 100 miles here in Maine that wasn't conditions. I don't think I've done it from this location. And this is the best location I've ever had. I think the furthest is about 90, 95, and that was like really, it was, you can say you made it, but that was about it. You weren't going to hold a conversation. Just like the guy that was just in Springfield. I mean, that's like 90 whatever miles. I could hear him, but could I hold a decent conversation? Fuck no. With John in Belfast, that's about 80 miles. He's right at the static level. And, you know, people running big antennas on top of towers with power. So I just, you know, I don't think it's an easy feat. You know, at 100 miles, I don't think it's an easy feat by no means.
I'd like to get Wayne in here one night.
Because the terrain is fucked. There's fucking hills everywhere, and, you know, like me talking to John is fucking pretty incredible because of the shit that's in our way. But the signal is bouncing around, and we're both getting it.
I'd like to get Wayne in here one night on that new, whatever the hell they call that thing is.
Yeah, so talking to Wayne, how many people have talked to him consistently? He jumps in here, but the only times I've really heard him make contact with anybody, same thing with 420 at Millinocket, is when there's some type of conditions in here. Just to have, if he was in there right now on a quiet night, I mean, you know, paranoid people that are up closer, but I have yet to hear him, and he has yet to hear me, unless it was a night that had some type of conditions in there.
Right.
I don't know, and like I said, I just know a lot of the big boys. You talk with like D-Rail and these people that are on the flats, 29, Budweiser. These people are running like 20,000 to 50,000 watts with huge beams. And they do pride themselves on, supposedly they have a ground wave club that they have supposedly hit 200 miles. But you're talking, there's like 6 people that have done this throughout the whole United States. So obviously it is not a, you know, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, but there's probably only 25 feet difference in sea level if they're in their conditions with absolutely nothing fucking in between them except for trees.
Yeah, just corn.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, like I said, I hear a lot of people saying they talk 200 miles in Maine or even 100 miles. Like I said, you know, you can be on top of Mount Washington and you're going to get that 100 miles, but you're up at how many thousand feet? You know what I mean? So line of sight is line of sight. You know, at the end of the day, this type of transmission up on this frequency is more line of sight than anything else.
I had a guy tell me once back when I was getting back into, really getting into radio as an adult, that, you know, there is a such thing as too high. You can be too high, and you can shoot, like if you were up on Mount Washington with a beam, you know, you're just going to shoot right over the fucking top of everybody. Ain't nobody going to fucking hear you. They might hear you in fucking California, but you're going to fucking shoot right over the top of everybody else.
You're too high. Stop smoking the weed, because there's no such thing as being too high for radio contacts. Stop smoking the fucking weed.
So, I mean, I guess I can see maybe your signal will be a little bit lower. Like if you were, like, let's say, at fucking 5,000 feet and there was a town right below you at sea level, maybe it's a little bit lower, but I have you're not going to overshoot them. I could see it, if you were lower, you might give them a little better signal, but yeah, for the most part, if you're more than, put it this way, if you're further away than the height that you're at, I think you're fine. So if your antenna's at 500 feet, as long as your receiving station is more than 500 feet away from that for a 45-degree angle, I think you're going to be just fine.
Fuck, I'll take an antenna at 10,000 feet. Fuck that. That's fucking dumbest fucking thing. Maniac, that's fucking dumb. Pull your head out of your ass.
That's what I was told, and I believe, I'm not going to say I believed what I was being told, because if that is a fact, why, that's why we use fucking repeaters, and they put them on the highest fucking points that they can, so you can talk from fucking valley to valley on the opposite side of the fucking mountain. Why would they put that repeater way up fucking high if it's just going to fucking overshoot everybody?
Well, for one thing, most mountains are a long ways from anybody talking to them because they're a long ways away, and valleys are what they are. They're valleys.
Right, so if you're using GMRS or fucking anything that's on a repeater, why the fuck would they put the repeater at the highest point fucking possible so that everybody down low can fucking talk to them?
If you transmit from the highest point possible, everybody's going to hear you. They're all going to hear you. You might not be able to hear them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you want to talk from one side of the fucking mountain to the other, why the fuck do they put the repeater on the top? If the repeater was going to be too high and you were in the valley, wouldn't it just shoot right over you?
Like you said, it's still pretty much all line of sight. So, I guess. So, maybe you can look at it this way. If your antenna was at 100 feet high and I was 100 feet away from you, we got a 100-foot distance, so I'm going to give you, let's say, a 50. Now, if your antenna was at 1,000 feet high and I'm 100 feet away from you, now technically my signal's going to travel fucking 5 times as far to reach that 1,000 feet. So maybe I only give you a 48, you know what I mean? There could be a little bit of mathematical fact to it if you had something really close and really crazy, but anybody out further than that 100 feet away, it ain't going to make any difference. It's always going to be better.
That's what I'm not saying that anything has changed in the past 25 years, but that's just something that somebody had told me like 25 years ago. It just always kind of stuck in my head. And maybe I've translated it or remembered it completely wrong, but I was almost certain that he told me that you could be too high and shoot right over the top of everybody. But it doesn't make any sense to me.
The signal and you receive. That fucking matters. That makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely can bounce. Obviously, shit bounces around. It hits everything, but every time it bounces, it loses some power, some there. It's just like it's a sine wave. It's just like noise. Every time your signal hits something, it loses half of its power. It loses 3 dB. It's the same thing with sound. That's why mufflers, most modern mufflers, they don't have any like packing or anything in it. There's metal baffles in it because every time the sound from your motor hits anything and bounces off, it cuts the sound in half. That's just whatever law of physics, or I don't know if it's physics, but whatever the fuck it is.
I don't know. I believe the one thing I do believe in is the bigger antenna, the bigger fucking ears, and it does matter what it's made out of.
From what I've seen, I don't know as if I believe that anymore.
I guess in the right conditions. I mean, if everyday talking just like this, I think bigger antenna, bigger ears. You're stationary, you got a base antenna. The bigger the antenna, the bigger the ears. It's got to be.
I always thought an aluminum antenna has way more surface area on it than a copper wire inside of an IMAX, so it must receive better because it's got more surface area. in the testing that I have done, I'm not going to say this is 100% scientific, but I'm going to say my testing was well over 80% scientific. Like it has some merit, and there was negligible, you couldn't notice a difference if you tried between a 24-foot long Mr. Coily and a 24-foot long IMAX. You would not notice a difference, which was amazing to me. I wouldn't have thought that, but I noticed zero difference. You know, if it was less than a needle's width, I can't tell.
I personally think my IMAX works better than my Mr. Coily ever did. Not scientific at all, because different radios, different amps, different coax, all kinds of different stuff. But I personally like my IMAX better than I like my Mr. Coily.
And the question is like, if that's the king screwdriver, why do you run that penetrator or whatever it is, that aluminum ground plane in the tree versus a fucking IMAX?
I'll tell you exactly why I run it. Because I've snapped 3 IMAXs, and this thing is 12 times as strong. 100% just because of the strength of it. No other reason. And I mean, I remember for a while, Swiper says his IMAX he thinks works better than the Coily. He was the huge Vector 4000 fan. He had the 7/8 wave one, the 31-foot long Vector. And that was the best receiving, best antenna there ever was. Ask him what he thinks now.
IMAX.
Oh, I mean, I'm running an IMAX, but if I thought I could get my aluminum base, I don't know, that was my testing over at my old 20. I ran that aluminum ground plane, and I swear that thing had more gain over my IMAX, even after I switched to, because that thing crapped out on me. It kept going full of water and was plaguing me with SWRs. And the only reason I run the fucking IMAX is because I don't have that fucking issue with it.
I also have a theory on the IMAX is snapping on you. I think IMAX is on a tower that doesn't sway in the wind like a tree does is better for the IMAX. A tree that sways, especially a pine tree, they sway a lot in the big winds. I think that's hard on the antenna. I think that is why so many people lose IMAXs, because they're in trees. On a tower, well, I'll let you know if mine lasts 10 years.
I don't know how long this one will last in the tree over here, but it's on a 20-foot pole in that fucking tree, too, so.
Well, to me, 10 years is a pretty good life expectancy for any antenna, because it's constant weather. It's constant fatiguing. I don't care if it's aluminum, fiberglass, whatever. I think everything obviously will, get heat treated or hardened just from the vibrations and whatever. So 10 years to me is pretty amazing for any antenna. But yeah, no, I mean, it definitely could be, but I've also heard that the Vector, I've seen a lot of people have their Vectors break in half. And how many people are running them in Maine right now? There's got to be at least 6 or 8 people running Vector 4000s in Maine, and I haven't heard of one snapping in the 3 years that people have been running them. But I know people that swear they snap and fucking, whatever. I mean, look at yours. It did break up in my pine tree, I'm not going to lie, but everything breaks in that pine tree. But that fucking thing's been thrown off, 2 buildings, 1 pine tree, and cut down in a tree and fucking smashed to the ground, and it still works.
It didn't break. It bent. And I could bend it back. And it still didn't bend. Break. I put it back up, and it didn't break. It bent. Whatever aluminum that was made out of, whatever the aluminum 25, that's fucking bendable shit. It doesn't look fucking straight. Perfectly straight, but it didn't snap. The aluminum didn't snap. It just bent.
Remember, up in my pine tree, it did break in half because you threw down a half of antenna that stuck in the ground like a fucking javelin.
I don't. Why are you saying that? I can
we ended up putting it back together. We found what we needed. It was right there. I just remember when we pulled in the yard, like half the antenna was laying in the yard, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, so it came apart. It didn't snap.
I'm pretty sure you had to drill new holes and shorten one section and lengthen the other section out to 4 inches or some shit like that. I don't remember. That was fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I will look at it and see if there's any Band-Aids on it tomorrow, and I'll get back to you on that. But I don't remember having to put a Band-Aid on it. I just remember having to straighten it out. Whether it came apart, that definitely could be the case, that it fell apart. And yeah, we threw it out of a fucking 125-foot, 150-foot tree, and it landed in the ground like a javelin, a long lawn dart, and I put it up in a tree a couple days later.
Hey, Swiper?
Yeah.
Just wanted to interject a comment from Station Paint Stick from North Carolina that he's glad to see on June 19th that you're representing the bidet and the Crocs. So clearly a regular listener. He's familiar of your bidet. So I just wanted to share that June 19th, he's glad to see that you're still carrying on representing the bidet and Crocs.
That's fucking hilarious. I need a new bidet. The squirter is not hitting the fucking right spot anymore. It's time for a new one.
You fucking wore out your bidet. That's awesome.
Can't you just adjust that?
Recommended diet. Yeah, Radio Man.
It just cracks me up. Like, sometimes I get comments from people on here, and I can tell that they may not listen all the time, but they listen enough to know, like, some of the weird shit. And when they make those comments, I just smile because I was like, oh, this guy listens every once in a while. If he knows about the bidet.
Yes, the bidet, it's not that I can't aim it, because I can re-aim it, but it's like a fire hose now. Well, you know how on your garden hose, you can put the stream? Well, it used to be a stream. Now it's on, like, sprinkler or whatever. So it hoses down your whole ass. So I've started using the girls. I scoot way forward and use the girls selection.
Oh my fucking word.
Now.
Oh my god, that's it. We're shutting down Maine Sidebanders.
Yep. Swiper just fucked it up for everybody.
Well, that's because he sits on the toilet backwards. That way he has some place to rest his phone while he's pooping on the back of the toilet. So that way it hits in the right spot.
Then. I'll have to try that, screwdriver.
I can see it in my head now. Man, that's so wrong, but I can.
Swiper doing reverse cowgirl on the toilet with his Crocs on. There's a mental image.
That's some funny shit. Who's trying to check in? Go ahead.
Yeah, Skywalker in Lisbon.
Oh, hey, Skywalker, we got you.
All right, brother. Back to the bidet. Can't you change the tip on that swiper?
I don't know. The whole thing costs $20. I can just buy another one. If I'm gonna fucking fuck with it at all, I'm gonna just put a new one on. It costs $20. Why would I bother playing around with it? You know? And everybody's like, well, it's probably because it got hit with pants or shit. The squirter thing is hidden. The squirter thing pops out when you turn the water on. You guys gotta try it. $20. What the fuck? Why hasn't anybody else out here tried it?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a little different if it was a $400 bidet, but it's a $20 TikTok thing. Yeah, fuck it. Put a new one on.
Exactly. I'm not gonna play. If I'm gonna fucking mess with it at all, if I'm putting a screwdriver to it, it's getting a new one.
You know, I got an answer to that question. It's a pretty smart-ass one, but I got it.
Hey, I still come home from work. If I gotta take a shit at work, normally I fucking love taking a shit while I'm getting paid for it at work, I still come home to take a shit because I got a bidet at home.
Roger. I was gonna say it's because ain't none of us so fucking lazy that we can't turn and wipe our fucking asses.
You gotta fucking reach around and fucking wipe your ass. But it's one wipe. You got, I use fucking, what do you call them? Man wipes or whatever? Dude wipes. One dude wipe. You know how much money I've saved on toilet paper?
Nothing, because dude wipes are more expensive.
Sasquatch's ass, but I usually get it done. I wheel off enough of there. I get 2 wipes out of my one piece of toilet paper. I'll wipe over in half, give her one more, and then I'm usually pretty good.
Dude wipes might be more expensive, but I use one.
Only time I use them dude wipe things is when I'm camping or something. That way you gotta go a couple days without washing my fucking ass. I might as well use the dude wipe.
You guys sound like you need a fucking bidet at your house.
Well, that's the thing.
He's got a bidet. That's what he's talking about.
The dude wipes aren't washing my ass. The dude wipes come back clean. I'm drying my ass with the damn thing. I'd use toilet paper if it wouldn't stick to my ass and give me fucking hush puppies.
I don't know who that was down in there, but he's talking about a bidet. He loves his bidet.
Awful shitty subject. It is.
And if you tried one, you'd be fucking doing it too.
Fucking pull the paper off your finger and wipe your finger clean at the same time.
Yeah. I got a question about the Crocs.
Go ahead.
Do you wear socks with your Crocs?
No, I don't. Usually when I'm wearing my Crocs, it's because I'm being lazy.
Have you started to bedazzle them yet?
No, that won't be happening.
But you at least have a little thing you poke through the holes?
Yep, the fucking, the kid supervisor I got at work, he fucking has some, and he's got on fucking sweatpants. It's not a man bun, but he's almost stereotypical, holy fuck. But he has, them little things that poke through the holes that he can accessorize his fucking Crocs with.
I could 3D print some little penises.
Your Crocs. And I thought about it briefly.
I mean, these are army shit and this and that, but still, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're putting on an Army Ranger fucking pin on a Croc? I'm like, I'm gonna fucking, I don't know if I want to punch you in the throat or fucking, just kind of tickle your pickle. I'm like, I don't get it.
I'll give you a nickel, you tickle my pickle.
Oh man, inflation's gonna be more than a nickel now.
15 cents.
Alright.
3 nickels.
Yeah, I think Radio Man's loading up the file right now. He's gonna print you a bunch of fucking cocks to put on yours. Cocks on the Crocs.
I was planning on announcing my Croc issue, but I was waiting for a certain person to be out here. I was waiting for Hawkeye to come out here so I could me and cope with the Hawkeye, because I know I gave Hawkeye a bunch of shit for wearing Crocs. So I was waiting for him to come out here so I could apologize and let him know that I have joined his club.
Yeah, Hawkeye's been slacking lately, He's just never on at home.
He was on yesterday morning, but not this morning.
My wife told me, she says, you know you gotta fucking tell them. You know you're gonna tell them. And I'm like, yes, I know. I'm waiting for a certain guy to come out here so I can mea culpa. Tell him how, he was right. These are fucking very convenient. I'm sorry I gave you shit and called you all kinds of names. So I've been waiting for Hawkeye to be out here. So that's why you called me out, and that's fine. But I was going to call myself out when Hawkeye was out here.
Alright, well, to make up for it, I think you gotta go in your bathroom right now with a full-length mirror, take a full-length mirror bathroom selfie posing with your Crocs to send to him in the group chat.
Don't forget. Better be shirtless because we want to see that belly. Why do we? When he sent his picture, it was just his feet. Oh, you got to do a full length one. You got to do a shirtless. We want to see that belly.
Yeah, but he never said they were gay before, so, you got to step up your game.
My belly's so big, I don't know if I can get a picture of my feet without having my belly hide them. That's why you're going to stand in front of the full-length mirror and take a fucking full-length body shot.
That's why we need the mirror. You can't just go straight down.
We don't have a full-length mirror here. It's upstairs. I'm too lazy to go upstairs. That fucker probably have to lay in the bed to see the mirror.
Oh, fuck. We're just getting mean now.
No, you got one mount. Probably got one mounted on the fucking ceiling above the bed, Seriously, though, I was waiting for Hawkeye to be out here to announce that I have now succumbed to the fashion of the days.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to out you, but I couldn't hold it back.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I actually say kudos to you for catching it.
It was just too funny. I love it. Hey, I'm actually wearing sandals right now with no socks on, and I haven't worn sandals in like fucking 10 years, so I feel very odd myself. But they ain't fucking Crocs, but close.
Do you have Crocs?
No, I got a set of Tevas, or whatever the fuck these Jesus-looking sandals are.
I was just thinking about going to get me a new pair of those. I actually asked my wife to get me, because I saw some Crocs that were like Jesus sandals. I said, those are the ones that I would wear. But my feet are so fucking big. They don't have you have one choice. Size 14, you got one choice.
Yeah, I still gotta strap these things on, not just sliding them in, but, I have heard from multiple people that Crocs are the most comfortable thing that they've ever worn on their feet. Supposedly that's the reason why you see so many nurses and whatnot wearing them, because if you're on your feet all day, they are supposedly comfortable. I don't know. Again, I think I heard that about Birkenstocks about fucking 25 years ago, too.
Well, I wouldn't agree with that, because my slippers are more comfortable than my Crocs are, by far. Not even close. But my feet swell. And when my feet swell, I can't get my feet in my fucking slippers. They're not comfortable anymore. But my Crocs are big enough so I can get my swollen feet in them.
See, no, I love my slippers if I'm going to go pee or I'm coming down to talk on the radio or I'm going outside to just walk real quick around to the back bay. But I don't know if I'd want to wear them for any extended period of time if I'm walking and standing on my feet. I don't think my slippers, they're the most comfortable thing if I'm laying on the fucking couch with my feet up. But walking around outside or something, I don't know.
Well, I'm not wearing those Crocs for anything I'm walking around for. Walk across the street to the store, that's about it. Walk around in the yard, that's about it. And I don't wear them in the house. I'd rather have my slippers on. So yeah, I don't wear them anything other than, across the street to the store or a golf cart ride.
I suppose if your feet sweat, they're probably a very cool temperature-wise, not cool, but a cool temperature-wise thing to wear on your feet. If I'm wearing my slippers, my feet will sweat in the middle of the fucking summer. So they probably do have an advantage.
They're very convenient. I don't have to, I can actually wear my slippers even when my feet are swollen. But I have to bend over and fucking pull them on. With my fucking Crocs, there's no bending over.
Are there a back strap on them, or is it just like a fucking whatever? You just put it in and it holds it on the front?
Yeah, the back strap you can fold forward. I've never had it back.
Yeah, Swiper doesn't do sport mode.
It needs to be tight. I can't, anytime, if my shoes aren't tied tight, I can't fucking do it. These shoes with no shoelaces, or I see people slip them on and off, they feel like they're going to fall off my feet, I'm fucking done.
I really wanted the Jesus sandals. My wife's got a pair. They're Crocs, but they're Jesus sandals. They look like Jesus sandals, just what you were describing. And that's what I wanted, but yeah, they're not available in fucking giant Sasquatch sizes.
I like my moccasins.
I think that's pretty much what my slippers are, is some type of a moccasin. Cheap knockoff, whatever, but they weren't good. Yeah, that's what these Tevas are. Like, I have a black pair somewhere that were a little bit more sporty looking, but they're like dark tan leather. They strap over your toes, strap over the top of your ankle and behind your ankle, and yeah, they're just your stereotypical Tevas or Jesus sandals. Like, I was told, my wife said, those are somebody, I mentioned them at work maybe, and they were like, yeah, fucking Tevas, that's so 25 years ago. I'm like, I've probably had them for fucking 25 years.
You must have trouble with shoes, too. What size shoe you wear? You're a big fucking Sasquatch, too. What size shoe you wear?
I just got new shoes. 13 quadruple E, so as wide as I can go in 13.
Yeah, that's what I want, too. I got 14s and Skechers because it was the style that I was looking for, the one, we're looking online. And they didn't have them in triple E. And I said, well, okay, we'll try them in the 14. And they're fucking so uncomfortable and so tight on my fucking feet. It's painful. So I think waterboarding is not fucking shit. If you want to fucking get somebody to fucking talk, put them in tight shoes.
Exactly. My shoes were just nasty, so I had to put my Skechers, my steel toes on for the work the last couple of days because I fucked up my other ones. But and I hate those fucking things. They're just not wide enough. They are what they are. But yeah, granted, the shoes now, holy fuck, $200 for a pair of shoes. And we were over at Lamey, and I've never even heard of these brands before. And a lot of them are just hideous looking. They're like no Nikes, Reeboks, no Adidas, no nothing like that. It was Brooks and Hoka. This Hoka reminds me of a fucking hookah or whatever, but, there's some bright colors and some that didn't look bad, but big writing on the side of them, like fucking down the side, that say Hoka, Hoka, or some shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is this brand? I've never heard of it, and it's just, that's all over their walls. That's all they have.
Yeah, I just need extra wide shoes. Size 13, extra wide, and I'm happy. I'm a happy man. But those are hard to find.
They measure my feet, like, oh, your feet aren't really that wide. I'm like, fuck, they are, I'm like, on their little measuring thing, I'm like, I put these on and I can feel like the edges of, not where my toes are, but, where that bone is on the right of your toe or your foot before your toes, inside and outside. I'm like, it feels like it's going out of the fabric or off the side of the fabric and actually rolling off the sole of the fucking shoe. I'm like, it needs to be a half-inch wider.
I'm with you there, man. You're preaching, brother, preaching.
All right, next. Who's got next?
Well, why don't you get a pair of camp shoes that you use for fucking doing asphalt?
Oh, now you're talking.
Or just wear snowshoes all the time, just your socks.
See, I need socks that I need full-size socks, too. Like, that's just one of those weird things. I need socks that go way up over my ankles and I have to roll them down. I need, like, crew socks. I can't do these weird ankle socks or whatever. They bother the fucking shit out of me. Oh, man. So what's everybody's thought? I can't stand either of these, but what's everybody's thoughts about the socks with the toes or the shoes that have the individual toes?
I can't be bothered to bend over to fix that up.
I can't stand flip-flops because there's something in between my toes. I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do the thongs, whatever you want to call them. I call them shower shoes, because that's what they were when I was a kid. You wore them in the, because I know this is going to be a shocker to a lot of young people, but we used to shower together after a football game in the same shower, and we wore shower shoes, what they call thongs now, or flip-flops, or what do they call them, slides. They call them slides. I can't do that. The toes, between the toes, I get a hair. Immediately gives me a problem.
I love my flip-flops, man. Without socks is the best thing.
I know a lot of people that do. I don't know. I can't get past the in between my toe thing.
Good with that.
A lot of people love them.
Yeah, I'm sure I could get used to it if I wore a callus into my fucking toes. I'm just not willing to do that. That's like, you could get used to the heat. No, I don't want to.
Right, yeah. If you're taking a walk, for a mile, yeah, it's not too pretty invasive then. But, yeah, it wears on your toes and wears a blister on you. Not good.
I mean, we're going to turn this conversation really south real quick here, but you can get used to anything. I don't want to, but you can get used to taking it in the ass. I just don't want to.
What the?
You know we had to take that turn, Radio Man, at some point.
Well, especially where I mentioned the showering together after a football game.
What the fuck? Good. Oh, it gets everybody going. Let's go. Who showered with other men?
So far, no.
Yeah, we're talking Gen Xers now. Showering with other men. We're talking Gen Xers.
Just my opinion, but if you can even get it up thinking about something like that, you need to see a shrink.
Get it up, okay. You need to see a shrink. Talking about getting it up.
You guys ever been through basic training or anything that you've showered with other men?
They probably don't even do that anymore.
Fuck no. First of all, okay, I don't know how many people have been to Fenway. When I went to Fenway as a kid, they had like a fucking, a 15-foot fucking sink that everybody was pissing in the men's room. It was it looked like a sink, and, 3 feet off the fucking floor that everybody was pissing in together.
Yeah, like a
That's what how things used to be.
Yeah, that's how the bathroom was at Beach Ridge Motor Speedway over there in Scarborough.
Now there's a little fucking divider between you for a urinal, and people are still like, don't fucking look my way, motherfucker.
Yeah, Beach Ridge was like that. You're not right, guy. You're not wrong. And most airports were like that. They had the trough along the whole wall. And there was no dividers. Grant, I'm actually still surprised when I go into, the cinemas in Auburn. Like, there's no dividers there. You're still standing. I mean, you got your individual urinals, but, I'm really surprised this day and age that they don't have a divider there. Just so, you can't tell if it's a girl or a guy or a he, she, or them, it, whatever next to you.
Well, if they're squatting near a trough, they're in the wrong bathroom.
Oh, fuck. Damn it, I knew I've been doing it wrong.
You never know, they could be taking a shit in that fucking urinal. There's some fucking great fucks out there.
Tease them. They better go to the bidet.
I'm not gonna lie, a urinal looks like you could go back into it and take a shit and a piss in that, sit on it and do that. It almost does look like it could be designed for that, some of them. If you got morning wood, you don't got to worry about it fucking trying to tuck down in the seat or the piss coming out in between the seat and the fucking toilet and getting on your underwear or your leg. Wait, is that just me? Never mind.
Morning wood. I don't know why, but that's just a term I haven't heard in a while.
The morning wood? Cool. Yeah. know the voice. I already forgot the handle. Who is that down in there that was talking about Beach Ridge that nobody else seems to be hearing? I thought it was you, Risky. I couldn't remember the fucking handle. I was going to say your name, but yeah. So you parked at home now?
Yeah, my home. You can say my name on here.
Man, yeah, you're addicted. We gotta get you like an IMAX just stuck up on a 20-foot pole and a power supply to put that thing inside. You'll be loving life.
K40 inside here in a few minutes. I'm gonna take the hood off my car and put it up on the fucking roof with this K40 on it. Run the coax into the window. That's it.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Then you can sit here in your fucking skibbies with your hands down your pants like everybody else that's out here right now.
Forget to put your Crocs on.
Hands down your pants, skibbies, and Crocs. You're gonna fit right in.
I don't have any whitey-tighties, though.
Don't worry, nobody out here does either. Maybe they were the first time they put them on, but they're not anymore. All I picture when I hear that is Walter White from Breaking Bad walking out of that camper in the tighty whities that were all, we've all seen it.
Oh, yeah, you see his fucking bird,
Little yellow, little off color, it happens.
I'm still ashamed of the Crocs, by the way.
Don't be ashamed. Own that shit. Get some pink ones. Put the little penis-shaped fucking pop-ins in it. You go with it now. You need to.
I might get the headlights.
I can see it. You're gonna put little the little googly eyes on them too, aren't you?
No, just the headlights.
Radio man, I got a project for you.
Oh, Swiper, you need a little set of nuts to go on the 4x4 strap.
Yes, go ahead with the project.
You gotta print out one of those, like you said, the pop-ins that look like a penis. But he won't wear it unless you make sure on top of it says like Maine CB or Maine Sidebanders. Then he's gonna feel so guilty he has to wear a penis on his Crocs that says Maine Sidebanders.
Yeah, I could do that. I was actually looking at making some I could do it very easily. Some like desk placards. I know this is kind of you were being funny, but I was kind of being serious. Like printing up something to put up above my radio or something. You could do like Radio Man or something like that or whoever. But yeah, I could make something for his Crocs, like a little penis or something.
I probably would wear penises on my Crocs. Fuck, I drum on everything I see.
See, which direction, though, Swiper? So would you have it just like a drawing of a penis on the side of it, or do you want it to stand up like a spike, like a 1-inch penis and ball standing up?
A big veiny one.
Big veiny one. 5 of them, one above each toe. Fuck, if you were gay.
Hey, Risky Whiskey, you hearing me okay? Alright, I got a good copy on you. And I heard you making comments. I just don't think Swiper can hear you, so wasn't you were getting ignored. I heard you making the comments in there about Beach Ridge and stuff.
I want to hear.
Well, he was just, when you were talking about the piss troughs and stuff, he was commenting about Beach Ridge, and I guess Risky Whiskey may have been prior military, and he said if you'd ever been in the military, you've showered with men before.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm Gen X, so anybody who's Gen X has showered with other men. I mean, it was no big deal back then. And, when I see people walking around with flip-flops today, that's what I think of. It always brings me back to that. Because you fucking pick up fucking fungus foot off the showers because you shower with a bunch of fucking men. Half of them the feces is fucking washing off of them, and you're walking around in fucking feces. So, yeah, you wear shower shoes, and you still have to fucking put shit on your feet and rub foot lotion on your feet so you wouldn't get fucking fungus.
Yep,
fucking jail either.
Oh, I've been in jail. We didn't shower together in jail. And I'll tell you what, that jail shower drain was fucking full of fucking cum.
Well, we didn't shower together in jail either, but in the pod that I was, there was only 2 fucking showers. And all it was like a chest-high fucking urinal in the bathroom, and that's all it, and everybody in the fucking pod had 2 showers to fucking share.
The drain was fucking covered with cum.
That's right.
Yeah. Everything.
You needed some of those Japanese fucking platform fucking flip-flops. Fuck your shower shoes.
Were the drugs at least good in jail?
Oh, they're not flip-flops, but they are kind of plasticky I don't know if they call them sandals. I don't know what I'd call them, but I call them my hot tub shoes. They're Pickle Rick hot tub shoes.
No, in jail, you need some of them wooden fucking Japanese platforms, you know. They got like 2x4s on the bottom of them so you don't touch the fucking ground.
Yeah, you need like fucking cleats, like track cleats, the metal cleats on there, so fucking, for the grip, for the semen, so you don't slip.
The longest stint I did 14 days, and it fucking, I don't know, like 3 or whatever, so it was actually only, 14, so it was, what was the fuck was it, 12. And I showered twice in those 12 days, and it was the worst shower I've ever had in my life.
Maniac, I have a question, though.
Coach was fucking handing out athletes' foot stuff. You know, and it was basically because of the fucking shower. You know, you're walking around, people are washing shit out of their ass, and you're walking around in it. And that's fucking for your feet.
Good radio, man.
Were the drugs at least good in jail?
No, when I was in there were no drugs. Well, there may have, but not where I was at. And if they were, I certainly wasn't looking for them. Actually, I take that back because the last time that I did, that was kind of weird. I did like 12 days in county, 50 county way here in Portland, and they shipped us from county to the fucking penitentiary in Wyndham to do body scans on all of us because the day before I got there, they had an overdose in the fucking jail.
Well, I was making a joke. It was a Trailer Park Boys joke. You know, when they go to jail, they go, well, at least there's good weed in jail.
You know, you say that, Radio Man, and it's funny because this was fucking 30 years ago, but I was in jail for 30 days, and I had a fucking blast. The crew that were in there with me, it was fucking, we just fucking played games all day long, and one of them had a girlfriend that every single day would come from the outside was a basement window, and on the inside was, like fucking right up against the ceiling, and she would fucking roll a joint and put it in a straw and blow that thing into our fucking cell. Every single day we got high.
Gee, that sounds like just like something out of Trailer Park Boys.
All aboard the Swayze Express.
They had this big steel table. It looked like a picnic table in the middle of our room. It was like, I don't know, 4 bunks, double bunks. So 8 guys. And then like a picnic table in the middle. We fucking drew out like a shuffleboard thing on it, and we took bars of soap. We played shuffleboard on it. The fucking guards were fucking jealous of how much fun we were having.
Played shuffleboard, a little high-stakes shuffleboard.
Weren't quite like that when I was in fucking Cumberland County. It wasn't no walk in the park, but it wasn't, it was, I don't know, it wasn't the worst time I've ever had.
I was having, actually, my sentence was 30 days. They let me out at, I think it was like 15 or 16 days. They let me out early release, me and another guy, because we were having too much fun.
I do know I got
Christ, I got my 40 hours pay while I was in there because it was all scheduled. Like, I don't know, I went to court and went to judgment and commitment, and I don't know, I just had to go check in on the day that they told me to be there. So it was all scheduled through work. So when I left work that day, I went on fucking vacation.
I gotta go get ready.
The guy that got let out with me, he didn't even want to go home. He didn't want to let his girlfriend know that he was out. He came and hung out with me for like 3 days at my house. We just partied.
Hold on a second. Hey, Risky Whiskey, what'd you say? Are you getting going? Okay, so you got to get going?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys all have a good night, all right? We'll fucking do it again next week.
Yeah, boy.
Hell yeah.
Later.
You're a man.
Yeah, go ahead, Maniac.
Did you find that 150 megahertz antenna yet?
No, I haven't had a chance to look. I got home tonight. I had to go down to camp, put the float out at camp, and then I came. I seriously just every night I've come home, I've just had something else to do, and I haven't had a chance to look. I will look though. Probably at this point, it's going to be this weekend.
No.
What the fuck you gonna do with a 150 megahertz antenna?
Small guy I work with's on the Poland fucking fire, Oxford Poland Fire Department. The guy he works with gave him a fucking radio, and he needs a fucking antenna. So I told him I'd try to track him down an antenna.
I probably more than likely have one. I just got to put my hands on it first.
I'm just busting you balls, that's all.
No, all seriousness, I've had, I mean, not a bad thing, but busy week at work. I got some things, responsibilities changing at work, it's a good thing. Every night I've come home this week, something's popped up. Again, not a bad thing. I just had to go help do a few things. And, you know, I'll look. But yeah, no, I don't know if it was Swipe or who I was talking. Oh, maybe it was Rascal. But, yeah, my wife's family has a camp over on Sabbath Day, and we got a floating dock down there, or whatever you want to call it, like a floating pad. I don't know. What do you call those things? You put it out, you anchor it out offshore a little bit, and you swim out to it. We put that out, so we can use that this summer.
Anybody, all I hear is excuses.
I know. Well, I'm full of excuses.
I like it.
But, on a good note, I got the first swim in of the summer.
You're lucky fucking you. I wouldn't be in the water right now. Fuck that.
Time to pull some fish out now.
It actually wasn't bad with the humidity and everything. It was a nice swim.
You can catch me in the water and let that shit 70 degrees or higher.
I don't know what the temperature was, but in all honesty, Maniac, it didn't feel terrible. Like, I thought it was going to be bad, but we had to get the floating dock out. I mean, we use it when we go down there, so had to get it out.
Yeah, I'm sure if you had to move it any amount of distance, by the time you got it in the water, it probably was pretty fucking refreshing.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. We bought it used on Facebook, but we had an old one made out of like blue barrels and pressure treated, and it was just starting to fall apart. So we found a plastic one, and which it's a lot lighter. We slid it off the trailer. Usually it gets kept at camp, but it was on a trailer. So we slid it off the trailer. We backed the trailer. We have a boat launch down there. So we slid it off into the water. Brought it out there, anchored it. But it's a nice one. It's got seat backs that fold into it. So it's flat, like you can go out there, but there's a little handle you can pull up on. You got a seat back, so if you want to sit and prop your back up while you're out there. And it's got a table that goes into it. And it's got a pin, so you grab in, you pull up the table from the center of it, and it's got 2 cup holders, too. It's a nice one.
You got the fucking yuppie one.
Yeah, well, we bought it used on Facebook. Got it on Marketplace.
Yeah, that fucking guy, yeah, all we had was a rusty fucking 55-gallon drum out there. That's all we had. We had to fucking fight over that.
Well, for years and years, now, like I said, this is my wife's family. This is their camp. We had, like I said, it was blue barrels and pressure treated, and the pressure treated started to rot. I mean, I don't know how old this thing was. I was told it was quite old. So, yeah, this is a big upgrade this year. So, hopefully, I get to use it. You know, I mean, we do once the weather gets warm enough. I mean, it was warm enough today.
Have a good one, Swiper.
Yeah, it does look like someone's talking up on 28.
Oh, 10-4. Yeah. Use it set up too much on site. I think I've used it a couple of times, but I don't think I've used it all night. Oh, everybody ran off. See what all the chatter was on 28.
Holy frig.
No, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. Your radio station sounds real good.
That was nice, dude. Tell you what, it's my dream. If I ever want to make a buck, oh yeah. I'm gonna build some houses.
Well, then I got up and shut the fan off. I didn't quite catch that.
Just compliment on your audio and your signal. Sounds real good up here in Lisbon.
Oh, 10-4, yeah, and just my old T-Berry with a D104 on it. Usually I run a little, just a forward audio setup, the boom mic and stuff, but I just figured I'd run the old D104 on it tonight, see how it was going to work.
It's working great. D104 is working real good.
10-4. The radio man, that guy that was trying to get in there with us at lunchtime there, he was pretty interested in radio stuff. Said he used to have a beam and had a Galaxy Super Bass and got something. I think he said he had a General Lee for a mobile right now, and I don't know what he rattled off a whole bunch of stuff. He seemed like he was pretty knowledgeable of the radio, but it had just been quite a few years since he had been into it.
Oh, okay. Where'd you say he was?
At the very end of the flats. So if you go out go out of Gray Center, go past the shopping center, down on the flats, and just as soon as you come out of the flats, you know the auto body place is. Used to be A Plus Auto Body. It's across the street from Gobiel's.
Yeah, I know where that is. Well, yeah, tell him to get on the radio.
Yeah, now it's Lou's. They call it Lou's Garage or Lou's Auto Body, whatever it is.
Yeah, tell him to get on the radio.
I did.
Yeah, tell them to get on the radio.
I have a lot of people come in and ask about my car with an antenna on it. I've got a Maine Sidebanders sticker taped to the back of my my monitor there at work, right at my station. So.
I got your stickers for you, Radio Man. Your two white ones.
Well, they're not Maine Sidebander, Maine CB sticker.
Oh, that reminds me. I make a note. I gotta contact some people. I was gonna send them some stickers. Let me make a note here on my next time I'm down here. I'm not gonna do it now. I'm gonna go to bed soon. But I gotta send out some stickers to people that I promised. And I got your message there. Copy that, Skywalker.
Okay, buddy.
I got a suggestion on these stickers.
I don't actually make them. They're made by other people, and they're given me to distribute. But go ahead.
Well, you should suggest to those people that we should make like a hashtag sticker or something like that, or just something with a Facebook symbol that says Maine Sidebanders on it.
Okay, well, that's definitely doable. I get people that ask me about it, like at work, because there's, a lot of people at work where I work, and, they see my truck, and, they're like, the hell? Like sometimes, like when I'm leaving in the parking lot, they'll see me even talking. They're like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, sometimes I'm talking to people right, here in, locally, and sometimes I'm talking to people halfway across the country.
Well, that's what I get with my antenna. Oh, what are you talking to people in Australia? It's like, well, in the right condition, I probably can.
But yeah, I had someone say, they're like, what's a Maine Sidebander? Like, they had no idea, so I told them. And they're like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and then try to explain the sideband portion of the radio to them. It's like, that's just, it's two-way communication. It's just a CB radio. I try to leave, sometimes I just try to leave that part out.
Oh, I don't go too in depth. I say it's like an informal. I'll go. It's just like kind of like a radio club, I said it's not like we actually have like dues or membership, but it's like a radio club. And sometimes they're kind of like, huh? And I go, it's like a group chat. Everyone has a group chat with their friends, right? So whenever I say the radio is just like a group chat with your boys, I'm like, we talk shit on there, we tell stories, we tell dirty jokes. And they're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Group hug in the shower.
No, but if you think about it, when you're trying to explain to somebody that has no idea, like, a radio, what are you doing on that? It's like, it's a group chat. I mean, that's pretty much, like, what goes on here. It's just like my group. I got a group chat with friends of mine I grew up with, and the topics are not that much different.
Oh, it's like a giant chat room, that's all. Basically is a chat room, but we can, instead of using the fucking internet, we're transmitting over the airwaves.
Half this stuff wouldn't even make it across the internet.
Oh, fuck, I get banned from the internet just from this being on in the background.
Radio man, would that be a good idea? Perhaps if Screwdriver wouldn't mind leaving those stickers with him.
Yeah, whatever you want. I mean, Screwdriver. I know you don't know, but you've been to Screwdrivers. But I'm literally on the other side of the hill from Screwdriver. But yeah, whatever you want.
I'll probably do that because I got to talk to him anyway personally about maybe turning a wrench on the motorcycle, finally.
Yeah, I like it. What stickers do you have, or are you getting, or what's up?
I just, the last time we had that barbecue, I mentioned that my daughter can make some stickers, so I got a couple of them for a Radio Man, and I think I have a burgundy one for somebody else. I'd have to look at my list. Wanted to leave those with you to give to Radio Man.
No, Roger. Yeah, I do know Radio Man. If you needed any more, I don't, obviously, the Maine Sidebanders ones, I don't even think I have one of those for the back of my truck, but Harry, I'm pretty sure Harry does the regular Maine CB ones. I can probably have a stack of like 20 of them over here, so if you need more of them, I got plenty you can grab.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've been giving them out, like I met... Actually, it's funny, no TB505 tonight. He's usually always on. Yeah, I've been giving them out to people. Like, I met TB505 in person a couple weeks ago, and I gave one to him. And every time I meet someone from the radio, I give them out. So, but yeah, okay, good to know. I'll keep that in mind. And I'm trying to think. There's something else I was going to say, but I forgot.
I still ain't got one.
Really, Fixie? You ain't got one? I'll bring one over there to you. I was gonna say I sport 3 on my car. I got the Maine Sidebander one. I got the Maine, like the copy of the patch. I've got that on the front, and then I got a Bone Crusher sticker on there.
Nice. Yeah, it's because you haven't come out to anything, Fixer. When's the last time we seen you venture out in public? You're like the Sam Squanch.
Well, it's been a couple months since I left the property.
Yeah, exactly. Do you at least get outside and get a little bit of sun occasionally, or are you like probably allergic to the sun by now?
I went to the mailbox today, and I said it's much nicer in the house.
Thought you were going to catch on fire just going out to the mailbox, didn't you?
No, that stuff was so thick I thought I'd have to swim.
I don't know. I think his wife's got quite a honey-do list. She keeps him pretty busy. So, I don't know, but he's probably over there running around with a fucking flannel shirt on. He ain't getting no fucking sun.
Yeah, exactly.
I am mostly albino, so, you know.
It's either that or he's fucking nocturnal. He waits till the fucking sun goes down, sits out there by the fire, by the water.
That's why I got the wireless mic, so I can have a radio out there again.
Fix it. Just because I did actually crawl onto the car and look at it the other day. Tell your buddy if he's interested in that car, $1,000 will take it. It does need a flex pipe. It's loud, not like super loud, but it warms up the quiet sound. But it'll need a flex pipe in the exhaust. And the rear control arms, subframe, K-member, whatever you want to call it, it's not looking the best. So I don't know if anything would need to be replaced back there. I mean, it rides and goes great. Got brand new tires on it. Drives, runs, goes great. But I know definitely exhaust. Just that flex pipe, whatever they were. I don't remember. They weren't too bad. They were like $80 or something. And like I said, the rear control arms and that subframe, I mean, it looked like what it should for a 2008.
That maroon Yoda?
That Camry. I was looking at it, I'm like, I thought about keeping it. I've been driving it off and on. I really was going to keep it because it's good on gas. It's a nice, roomy car. But then I was like, it probably is going to need at least needs the exhaust, that flex pipe for a sticker. And, the control arms, I don't know. I didn't see like big gaping holes in them, but I wasn't going to hit them with a hammer either that way. I think it had like 130,000 on it, 140,000. I don't remember. I'd have to look at it again on the motor and training and shit. But like I said, it starts up, it runs great. It's a good running. It drives great. It's nice and straight. You can let go of the wheel for 20 miles, and it's just it is what it is.
I'll relay the message.
Well, hey guys, I'm going to shut it down, head to bed. It was a fun one. And hope to hear some of you guys this weekend on the radio.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
They catch you at lunchtime. Same bat time, same bat place, different radio.
Yeah, hey, try to figure out what channels you got in it tonight. Just, you got your radio in front of you, figure out what channels are in it.
Yeah, I'll have to take the batteries out of one and put them in the other and try it out.
Well, I was going to use I'll have my president with me, so, because my Lafayette's only got 6 channels and it's crystalled, and I don't even know. All I know is it has 12 in it. I don't know what the other. I mean, I do if I look at the side of it, but I don't know what's in it off the top of my head.
Oh, so you're going to give him shit for not knowing what channels are in his, but you don't know yours either? Oh, man.
Hey! Don't encourage him.
Sorry, good call.
Well, yeah, mine has got a crystal set in it. It's got a channel. There's 1, 2, or 3 on the front. What the hell